When people talk about different personality types for men, the term Sigma male comes up a lot. This is supposed to describe a man who stands outside the usual social order. Unlike the alpha male who leads the pack, or the beta male who follows, the Sigma male chooses to operate alone. He values freedom, independence, and doing things his own way. On the surface, this type of man can look like he has life figured out. He is quiet, confident, and often very intelligent. He thinks deeply, he avoids drama, and he doesn't waste time on things that don't matter to him. Some people even admire the Sigma male as the ultimate outsider who doesn't need approval from anyone. But there's another side to this image. While Sigma males may be smart and creative, many of them stay broke or struggle with money. They might not care about material things, but ignoring financial reality can hurt them in the long run. This is not because Sigma males lack skill or talent. In fact, many of them are brilliant thinkers who can solve problems others can't. The issue is that their mindset and lifestyle often work against building wealth. Money requires planning, networking, and discipline, things that don't always fit with the Sigma male way of life. In this video, we will look at 6 main reasons why Sigma males stay broke even when they are brilliant. Each reason connects to the way they think and live. It's not about them being lazy or incapable. Instead, it's about certain habits and choices that block financial growth. By breaking these reasons down, we'll see how the very traits that make Sigma males unique can also hold them back when it comes to money. The goal here isn't to attack Sigma males or say they can't succeed. It's to show the patterns that stop them from reaching their potential in terms of wealth. Anyone who relates to the Sigma mindset can use this as a wake-up call. You don't have to give up independence or freedom to improve your financial situation. You just need to recognize where your habits are hurting you and find balance. The 6 reasons we'll cover are simple but important. First, Sigma males often put their freedom and independence above everything, even money. Second, they reject traditional systems and routes, which can block steady income. Third, their minimalist way of life can stop them from chasing bigger opportunities. Fourth, their tendency to stay isolated keeps them from building networks that lead to money. Fifth, the Sigma label itself can trap them into focusing on image instead of results. And finally, some of the ideas tied to the Sigma mindset come from toxic spaces online that encourage rejection of the very structures that create financial stability. By the end of this video, you'll see that Sigma males don't fail because of lack of intelligence or drive. They fail because they don't align their brilliance with financial awareness. If you're a Sigma male or someone who identifies with this mindset, understanding these 6 reasons is the first step to change. You don't have to give up who you are, but you do need to adjust how you handle money if you want real security. Let's get into reason number 1. Reason number 1. Misplaced priorities. Focus on autonomy. Over income, Sigma, males value their independence above everything else. They don't want to be controlled, they don't want to follow the rules of a system, and they don't want to feel tied down by obligations. This sounds powerful, and in many ways it is. Independence allows them to make their own choices without worrying about outside judgment. But when this priority becomes stronger than the need to earn money, it creates problems. Many Sigma males choose paths that give them freedom but don't pay much. They may take jobs that allow flexible hours, freelance work that lets them avoid bosses, or creative projects that give them full control. These choices give them autonomy, but the money is often inconsistent or too low to build real wealth. They may survive, but they don't thrive. For them, the feeling of being free is worth more than a stable paycheck. even if that paycheck could make life easier in the long run. Another issue is that Sigma males can see money as a trap. They think that chasing money means selling out, joining the system, or losing authenticity. This belief makes them dismiss opportunities that could support their goals. For example, a Sigma male who is a talented writer might avoid working with publishers because he doesn't want to follow deadlines or rules. Instead, he writes for himself, and while his work may be brilliant, it doesn't reach the market or generate income. His choice protects his independence, but blocks his chance at financial success. Even when Sigma males do make money, they often treat it as secondary. They may spend just enough to cover their needs and then stop caring about earning more. The problem is that life costs money and emergencies happen. Without savings, investments, or financial planning, even the most independent man can end up stuck when things go wrong. Independence feels strong when everything is stable, but without money, stability can disappear quickly. This misplaced priority also shows up in relationships and family life. A Sigma male might avoid long-term commitments because he doesn't want to feel tied down financially. While this keeps his freedom intact, it also prevents him from building shared wealth or creating a financial safety net with others. Independence may win, but wealth and security lose. The truth is, independence and income don't have to fight each other. You can build wealth in ways that keep your freedom. But Sigma males often fail to see this balance. They lean so far into autonomy that they treat money as an afterthought. Over time, this creates a cycle. They stay free but broke, brilliant but unprepared, capable but limited. This is the first major reason why Sigma males often struggle financially. Reason number 2. Skepticism of conventional roots. Sigma males are naturally skeptical of systems. They don't trust hierarchies, traditions, or established structures. While other people might see value in climbing the corporate ladder or following a standard career path, Sigma males often reject these routes outright. They see them as cages, designed to trap people into routines that kill creativity and freedom. While this attitude makes them independent thinkers, it also creates financial challenges. A classic example is the traditional career. Most people move through a path of education, entry-level jobs, promotions, and eventually higher income. Sigma males often resist this because they don't want to play by the rules or compete in office politics. Instead, they may quit jobs, switch careers frequently, or avoid structured workplaces altogether. This keeps them free from the system, but also keeps them outside of the stability and growth that the system provides. The same happens with investments. Sigma males can be skeptical of traditional financial tools like retirement accounts, stock markets, or property ownership. They may see them as traps that tie people down to institutions or banks. Instead of putting money into these long-term vehicles, they hold on to cash or spend on experiences that matter to them. While this may feel authentic, it usually prevents them from growing wealth over time. This skepticism can also extend to education. Many Sigma males don't see the point of traditional schooling because they believe they can learn on their own. And often they're right. They are self-learners who consume books, research, and knowledge without needing a classroom. The issue is that the job market still values degrees and certifications. By rejecting these conventional routes, they often limit their income options, no matter how intelligent they are. What makes this worse is that Sigma males sometimes confuse rejection of the system with superiority. They may believe that avoiding traditional routes makes them stronger or smarter than those who follow them. In some ways, this mindset is empowering, but financially it creates blind spots. The system exists because it works for most people. By rejecting it completely, Sigma males throw away tools that could actually serve them while keeping their independence intact. There are many ways to succeed without following every rule, but total rejection leaves Sigma males vulnerable. They may end up working harder for less money, struggling to build stability, and constantly starting over. The irony is that their skepticism is meant to protect their freedom, but in reality, it can trap them in cycles of low income. Brilliance and creativity are valuable, but without the right structure, they rarely turn into wealth. This second reason shows that rejecting all conventional routes might feel like freedom in the short term, but in the long run, it keeps Sigma males broke. Balance is key, but too much skepticism blocks financial growth. Reason number 3, minimalist lifestyle, limiting income growth, Sigma. Males are often drawn to minimalism. They don't care about showing off, they don't compete for status, and they don't spend money to impress others. For many of them, money is simply a tool to cover basic needs. Once those needs are met, they stop chasing more. This mindset might sound healthy at first. After all, many people fall into debt because they spend too much. But for Sigma males, the minimalist lifestyle can become a trap that blocks financial growth. Minimalism encourages living with less, avoiding clutter, and focusing on what matters. For a Sigma male, this usually means keeping life simple and free from unnecessary distractions. He may rent a small apartment, own only a few clothes, avoid luxury brands, and live a life that looks modest from the outside. The problem is not minimalism itself, it's the fact that it stops him from thinking about wealth building. When money is seen only as a tool to cover needs, the idea of growing wealth doesn't feel important. This mindset limits ambition. A Sigma male may have the intelligence to start a business, invest in assets, or grow a career. But because his needs are already covered, he doesn't see the point. For example, if his bills cost $1,500 a month and his freelance work covers that amount, he feels content. He doesn't push for $3,000, $5,000, or $10,000 a month because he doesn't care about material gain. While this attitude may seem peaceful, it blocks opportunities that could secure his future. Another issue with this minimalist approach is that it leaves no safety net. Emergencies happen, cars break down, medical bills come up, jobs are lost, or family members need help. A minimalist income might cover normal months, but it doesn't provide backup when things go wrong. A Sigma male may find himself in financial stress, not because he is irresponsible, but because he never planned for more than his basic needs. Minimalism also affects investment. Sigma males who reject excess spending often also avoid risk. They don't see the need to put money into stocks, real estate, or businesses. To them, those things feel like unnecessary stress. But avoiding risk also means avoiding growth. Over time, their money loses value to inflation, and they miss out on opportunities to create passive income. The minimalist lifestyle can also reduce motivation. When someone is satisfied with the bare minimum, they stop striving. A Sigma male may choose part-time work or side projects that keep him comfortable but never force him to expand. This keeps him free but stagnant. Brilliance without growth becomes wasted potential. It's important to note that minimalism itself is not bad. It teaches discipline, reduces stress, and avoids debt. The issue is when Sigma males take it too far and refuse to grow financially because they believe less is enough. True financial freedom comes not from rejecting wealth, but from controlling it. Sigma males need to see that money doesn't have to control them. It can support their independence if they learn to use it wisely. Reason number 4: isolation and limited networking. One of the strongest traits of a Sigma male is his comfort with solitude. He doesn't need a big social circle, he doesn't chase approval, and he often prefers working alone. This independence can make him highly focused and creative, but it also limits financial opportunities. In today's world, money often flows through connections. Networking, partnerships, mentorships, and collaborations all open doors that lead to growth. Sigma males, by avoiding these, cut themselves off from those doors. When people network, they share ideas, resources, and opportunities. A single conversation can lead to a new job, an investment deal, or a business partnership. Sigma males who isolate themselves miss these chances. They may be highly skilled, but without connections, no one knows about their talents. As a result, they end up underpaid, overlooked, or stuck in low-paying roles. Isolation also slows learning. Mentorship is one of the fastest ways to grow in any field, but Sigma males rarely seek it. They prefer figuring things out on their own. While this makes them self-reliant, it also makes progress slower. Someone else's advice could save them years of trial and error, but because they avoid close relationships, they don't benefit from that wisdom. Another problem is visibility. In many industries, success comes not just from skill, but from presence. People need to see you, hear from you, and remember you. Sigma males often stay in the background, avoiding the spotlight. While this keeps them comfortable, it also keeps them broke. A competitor with half their intelligence but a stronger network may earn 10 times more simply because people know him. Isolation can even affect mental health. When stress or setbacks come, Sigma males don't always have a support system to lean on. This makes financial struggles harder to overcome. A strong network can help people recover quickly from failures, but Sigma males often face problems alone, which slows their comeback. Finally, networking is not about losing independence. It's about using relationships as tools for growth. Sigma males often see it as fake or manipulative, but in reality, it can be genuine and mutually beneficial. By rejecting it, they limit their chances to expand. This is why isolation, even when it feels comfortable, is one of the biggest reasons Sigma males stay broke. Reason number 5, trend and label trap, identity over profit. The Sigma male identity has become popular online. Videos, memes, and articles describe Sigma males as mysterious outsiders who don't need validation. For many men, this label feels empowering. They see themselves as different from alphas or betas and take pride in being unique. But when identity becomes more important than reality, it creates problems, especially with money. Some Sigma males spend more time maintaining the image of being Sigma than actually building wealth. They may avoid opportunities because they don't fit the lone wolf identity. For example, a Sigma male may turn down a high-paying job simply because it requires teamwork or a boss. He may believe accepting it would betray his identity, even if it would improve his life. In this way, the label becomes a trap. Online culture makes this worse. The Manosphere, self-improvement channels, and social media often glorify Sigma males as untouchable figures who rise above the system. This creates pressure to act the part. Instead of focusing on practical financial steps, Sigma males may spend energy proving they are true Sigmas, independent, detached, and unconcerned with money. Ironically, this performance keeps them broke. Another issue is that the Sigma identity is vague. It's not a real category in psychology, it's more of a trend or internet archetype. By investing too much belief in it, Sigma males limit themselves. They see the world through the lens of their label instead of their potential. Money doesn't care about labels, it responds to strategy, effort, and consistency. By putting identity first, Sigma males forget that wealth requires action, not image. The label trap also discourages growth. If a Sigma male feels pressure to stay mysterious and independent, he may avoid trying new things that could make him seem ordinary. He might avoid taking financial advice, joining communities, or working with others just to protect his Sigma status. In the end, he sacrifices real progress for an online identity. The truth is, being Sigma doesn't have to conflict with financial success. Independence and wealth can go hand in hand. But when the label becomes a performance, it blocks opportunity. This is why the trend and label trap is another reason Sigma males stay broke. They choose identity over profit, image over progress, and pride over wealth. Reason number 6. Destructive ideation from the Manosphere. The Sigma male identity didn't appear out of nowhere. It grew out of online spaces often called the Manosphere. These communities include forums, channels, and influencers who discuss masculinity, independence, and relationships. At first glance, some of these discussions can be inspiring. They encourage men to be self-reliant, to think for themselves, and to avoid toxic group dynamics. But there is also a darker side. Many of these spaces push destructive ideas that harm men more than they help them, especially when it comes to money. One of the main messages in the Manosphere is rejection of the system. The advice often tells men that society, jobs, schools, and financial structures are traps. Instead of teaching balance, it encourages total withdrawal. For Sigma males who already value independence, this message feels natural. They take it to heart and pull away even more from opportunities that could create financial stability. Over time, this mindset makes them broke, not because they lack skill, but because they were convinced the system was designed to keep them poor. Another destructive idea is that financial success doesn't matter. Some parts of the Manosphere claim that wealth is only about showing off or playing status games. Sigma males who already dislike chasing status absorb this belief and stop caring about money completely. While rejecting shallow competition is healthy, ignoring financial growth is dangerous. Bills, emergencies, and the future don't disappear just because someone chooses to act above money. Without income and planning, even brilliant men end up struggling. The Manosphere also pushes isolation. It tells men that trusting others leads to betrayal, that women can't be trusted, and that teamwork is weakness. For Sigma males who prefer solitude, this feels like confirmation of what they already believe. But cutting off from society doesn't create strength, it creates vulnerability. No one builds wealth alone. Every successful person benefits from systems, mentors, partners, or customers. Rejecting all of that leaves Sigma males with fewer chances to succeed. On top of that, these spaces often glorify victimhood. They tell men that the world is against them, that success is impossible unless you break every rule, and that traditional paths are only for sheep. Sigma males who internalize this mindset may sabotage themselves. Instead of looking for practical ways to use their intelligence, they convince themselves that the system is rigged. With that belief, they stop trying. This is why so many end up with wasted potential. The worst part is that these destructive ideas feel empowering at first. They give Sigma males a sense of control and superiority. But in reality, they encourage behaviors that keep them financially stuck. Rejecting every structure, refusing to plan, and avoiding growth may feel like freedom, but it's really just another cage. The difference is this cage is built from ideas that Sigma males accept without question. Breaking free from these destructive beliefs requires awareness. Sigma males need to realize that independence doesn't mean rejecting every tool the world offers. Systems can be used without being controlled by them. Money can be earned without losing authenticity. Networking can be genuine without being fake. Rejecting everything doesn't make someone strong, it makes them limited. And that is the final reason Sigma males stay broke, even when they are brilliant. We've now explored 6 major reasons why Sigma males stay broke, even when they are intelligent and capable. Each reason connects back to the way they think and live. Sigma males value independence, freedom, and authenticity, but those same traits often lead them to ignore money, reject opportunities, and isolate themselves. Over time, these choices create financial problems that brilliance alone cannot fix. What all these reasons have in common is imbalance. Sigma males don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lean so heavily on independence that they neglect the parts of life that require connection, planning, and financial growth. Freedom is important, but without money, that freedom is fragile. Independence feels powerful until bills come due, emergencies strike, or opportunities pass by. Then the lack of financial preparation shows its cost. The solution is not to abandon the Sigma mindset. Independence, creativity, and self-reliance are strengths. But those strengths must be balanced with financial awareness. A Sigma male doesn't need to become an alpha chasing status or a beta following the crowd. He simply needs to understand that money is not the enemy. Money is a tool. Used wisely, it can protect independence instead of destroying it. So, if you see yourself in this description, take it as a challenge. Ask yourself which of these 6 reasons is holding you back. Is it your love for freedom over money? Your skepticism of every system? Your minimalist comfort zone? Your isolation? Your attachment to the Sigma label? Or the destructive ideas you've absorbed from online spaces? Identifying the problem is the first step. From there, you can build balance, keeping your independence while also building financial security. At the end of the day, money doesn't define you, but it does shape the quality of your life. Without it, freedom is limited. With it, freedom expands. That is the lesson Sigma males need to understand. And that is the way to turn brilliance into lasting success.